What up, y'all? DCFAYGOGUY. Today we are going to be reviewing ICP's brand new EP, The Final Seed of Yum Yum, Whoa, the Weeping Weirdo. Finally came out. It was supposed to drop at Hallowicked last year. It got delayed with absolutely no announcement of why. Many juggalos asked for many months, where's Whoa? The week before the gathering happened, they announced that Whoa would finally be coming out at the gathering. I've seen a lot of people still skeptic. They were like, no, I doubt it's ready. At that point in time, I knew they had to have had it ready, right? A week before the gathering, they're not going to just not have it, right? So I was confident that they would have it. And I went into this 100% anticipating, ready, been hyped for it. I was ready for it. For me, it was kind of like I felt like they were holding back. They wanted it to be perfect. That's why we ended up with Bloody Sunday. That's why we ended up with Professor Shags, maybe Obliteration. Obliteration, although was pretty good. Bloody Sunday grew on me. I kind of looked at it like this: like if they're getting these projects out of the way so that they can make sure Woe is the best, I'm okay with waiting. That being said, my first listen for Woe was at the gathering. Finally got a good chance to listen to it with no generators, no neighbors being noisy, no fireworks going off like crazy. I think it was like Thursday afternoon sometime, maybe. Might have been the first day. But I found a good day to listen to it with no real background interference. That's the word I was looking for. And on my first listen, I really kind of just met it with I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. My first impression, it was definitely my least favorite of all the seeds. Obviously, I did an unboxing at the gathering when I got it. The biggest thing about this EP, about this seed, that I was disappointed with was the packaging, was the lack of story to Woe. The biggest thing that I was anticipating and excited for with Woe was reading the story, hearing the story of Woe. I'm real big on interpretation. Whenever a Joker card comes out, I want to understand what the message is. I want to understand what the Joker card is trying to teach me and tell me. Yum Yum is so intricate and unique because it has so many elements to it. There's just multiple elements. With Wicked Vic, they had a song where, I mean, they didn't dedicate a song to him besides the opening track, Wicked Vic, where they just kind of talked about him being the bad seed and the problem child. So just through that and then reading the book, I got an idea of what I think Wicked Vic is about. Same way with Pug Ugly, but with Woe, I'm literally left to just wonder in my own head what Woe is about. I have no way of comparing stories or listening to what they're putting forth for me to interpret. It's literally just up to my own head canon at this point. I don't know if that's going to change or not. Woe to me feels slapped together. At the gathering, I was talking to people. I said that it felt rushed. Rushed was the wrong word. Obviously, we've been waiting since Hallowicked of last year to get Woe. This definitely wasn't rushed, but this feels very slapped together. One of the biggest reasons why I feel like it's slapped together is because of Out the Sky. Originally advertised as a single for the gathering with artwork and everything. The theme of the song fit the theme of the gathering. And I don't know if somebody did the Alien Probe Adventure or not. If they can tell me, was there a single release for that? I don't remember them advertising one. I easily could go look. But I feel like Out the Sky should have been a VIP single for those that did the Alien Probe or went VIP at the gathering. I feel like it doesn't feel like it belongs on Woe. It feels very out of place. And it's because they advertise it the way that they did. As far as that one song goes, that's really the only one that feels out of place. And I don't dislike Out the Sky. I don't mind that song at all. It just feels very out of place for this EP, for this album. All in all, I like the songs here. There's a couple of them that I feel like are going to very quickly get kind of old and I'll start skipping. But maybe we should just jump into the actual like review part where I show it because I do have a physical copy. I know this year I've been kind of back and forth on if I'm going to buy physical CDs or not, and for the most part, that is still going to be the case. Obviously, I did a video recently where I unboxed two Fear Factory CDs, and I came to the conclusion and decision that if it's an album that if I was to no longer have streaming services, that I would want to have a physical copy of so that I could still hear it. then that's what's going to determine if I buy a CD or not. And Joker cards are kind of given. Like, I've never been disappointed by a Joker card that has come out. I'm one of the few people for the longest time that loved Lost out the gate, that loved the Marvelous Missing Link out the gate. I've been a fan of the Tempest since it dropped. Been a fan of Lure since it dropped. I've been one of the advocates saying like this CD is actually pretty good. I apologize, that's going to keep happening. The app that I use to record with my phone is just a bitch. It's always a bitch. So don't mind the dropouts. Maybe we should just jump into this and actually show it. But I'm an advocate for a lot of ICP albums. They've never put something out that I was absolutely disappointed with and did not dislike, you know, until Professor Shax came out. I'm kidding. It's not that bad. It's just not that great. So let's jump into this. Obviously, I already did an unboxing. Wow, there's like a delay. It feels like there's a delay. There's not a delay. I did an unboxing for this because I was met with so much disappointment on this. I was so disappointed with the fact that there is no story in here. I'm still so bitter about it because, like, to me, that was a bigger deal than the music itself. And I know that's such a weird little thing to gripe and bitch about. I will show it again here for anybody who has not watched that or I guess doesn't want to watch that and they wanted to wait for the review. But I will stick it right here and just show the track so we can talk about it. But that was the biggest disappointment about Woe for me, was the lack of story. There's nothing in the music that even tells what he's about. The intro to me, Shaggy is on some ODB type shit. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you're a newer juggalo and you don't know what I'm talking about, or even if you're an older juggalo and you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm talking about when they paid ODB to be on Bitches. It wasn't even going to be Bitches originally for Amazing Jekyll Brothers, and what they got back was absolute nonsense. It was ODB just yelling and going on about bitches, and so they rewrote the whole song and made it about bitches because ODB sent them a shitty ass verse in return. Okay, I feel like Shaggy did that kind of with the intro. It's very much, he's like, some brand new ICP, Woe the Weeping Warrior. First of all, he calls it a warrior, not even Woe the Weeping Weirdo. He doesn't even properly address him. It felt like they just had him go into the studio and banter off some bullshit real quick so they could slap an intro. Like, we literally got nothing telling us what Woe is. All we have to go by and assume what he means or what purpose he serves for the Yum Yum Flower is his name, the Weeping Weirdo, which I've already got it kind of in my head. I just wanted to confirm where Jay's head was at with what Woe is. And, you know, I guess if somebody ever goes VIP, because I honestly have no desire to go VIP ever and meet ICP, I guess for me, I would want to know what Woe represents. Like, what's Woe's story? If somebody's going VIP and they want to ask, just ask Jay, like, what is Woe's story? What is his story? You know what I mean? And then maybe we can just slap something together and I can stick it in here on a fucking lined note piece of paper. But I'm going to flip this back over, stick it back up front. And let's just talk about Woe. Woe, you know, fuck that. I'm going to turn it back over so we can go over the tracks. The intro feels super slapped together, and that mixed with Out the Sky is what makes me feel like this was slapped together. Everything else about this album doesn't feel bad. It's not the greatest, but it's not the worst. Banshee is kind of Banshee may eventually become a skipper song for me, and I feel like Keep on Choppin' might. Everything else on here I actually enjoy, and at the gathering, I actually had said, and the homie Keezy from Deck One Dealt kind of met me with like a really? I actually liked the remix of Something to See a little bit more than the original. I felt like it was slowed down. It was more like serious than like a ballad. But I see why Something to See is a ballad on Yum Yum Bedlam. It's a ballad is a great way to close out an album, I just feel. But I feel like the slowed out version I like a little bit more. I like that it feels more serious, because like if you could only see one more thing, what would it be? Like, and I just feel like the beat feels better with what they're saying in that song. So out of everything here, Average Joey is absolutely my favorite. I'm not playing any of the tracks. I think most of everybody has listened to this. I just want to kind of talk about it a little bit. Ellie Mae, I believe, is the only song produced by Mikey Clark. We don't have production notes, but I know it's produced by him just because he's like shouting out in it. Like he shouted out, Violent J is like, Mike, you fucking, he's like giving him praise for having a weird funky beat. Ellie Mae is like, it's Fat Sweaty Betty meets like love song. Like it's another song about a fat bitch or an ugly bitch or a nasty bitch, and they just want to fucking hit it. They want to hit it with Ellie Mae. So it's kind of like some old school shit, but new school vibes. Because of that, like it's a good song, but I could see myself skipping it if I'm not in the right mood for it, because that kind of happens with Fat Sweaty Betty and other songs already. Like if I'm not in the right clowny mood for it, I do tend to skip those songs. But they are classic jams, and Ellie Mae is going to join that as well. Keep on Choppin', honestly, I feel like is a better cover than what we got with Possum Kingdom. I'm glad that Keep on Choppin' is here and not Possum Kingdom, because that would have fucking totally sucked. I'm sorry, Possum Kingdom's just not that great to me, and part of it is because Low-Key already did it, and Low-Key fucking killed it. So I am glad Keep on Choppin' is here. And one of the reasons why I don't mind Keep on Choppin' is because I actually enjoy the original quite a bit. And I feel like Jay did it right on this. Same way with Hungry Like the Wolf. He made it clowny in his own way, and he had fun with it. And that's where I enjoy it. And again, I like the original song. And I was able to vibe out to Keep on Choppin' pretty well here. What else was I going to say? Oh, speaking of Possum Kingdom, one thing that I do wish... I wish that the reverse message in Possum Kingdom about the sixth, about purgatory, thou which thou wants, thou gets, I wish that was actually on Woe. It would have been a great way to close out the Yum Yum era and set up the next one. And, I made my video purely speculating that ICP would reveal the sixth at the Gathering. Obviously, they did not. We didn't even get a seminar. And that was another disappointment about the Gathering. We didn't get a seminar. We just got a performance. That sucked. I'm glad I missed it, because, like, if I would have waited all that time to get the performance, that would have sucked. But the performance, from what I gather, was really fucking cool. I totally missed it because they were actually early for once. We didn't show up until like 2:15, 2:20 that day, anticipating that they would be like an hour late, and they were 45 minutes or so early. So they were done before the seminar was even supposed to begin, which is crazy. So maybe they're finally starting to get on point with getting shit out on time, and, hopefully, let's not jinx it. But I wish the reverse message that revealed the sixth, or talked about the sixth, or teased the sixth, I wish it was on Woe, because obviously they feel done with the Yum Yum era. And I wholeheartedly think that they're done. I feel like, I don't want to say they regret the commitment, but I feel like this got slapped together and put out because Jay's already thinking about the sixth, and they had the commitment of getting the last seed out because, it's the last one to come out. They put this out at the Gathering, as well as the box set. They put that box set out too. I feel like if they weren't trying to rush through this era and get it done with, I feel like maybe we could have seen the Yum Yum box set at Hollow Wicked instead of at the same exact time as Woe, which means they had to press extra copies of Woe, they had to repress copies of Bedlam, they had to repress copies of Vic and of Pug. Like they ordered several copies of all those CDs so they could slap them into the Yum Yum box set, which tells me I feel that they're just done with Yum Yum and they're ready to move on. I wholeheartedly believe that because it's already on Jay's mind. We have the reverse message kind of stating that. So that's really what makes me feel this was slapped together, that they're just ready to move on and close it out altogether. And I can understand that. We've had the Yum Yum era for a few years now, and we really kind of started the Yum Yum era in the middle of the Fearless Fred Fury era because it was teased in that album. So Yum Yum was already on his mind then, and so maybe that's kind of what's happening here. Maybe they're not quite done with Yum Yum, but to me it feels like they're done with Yum Yum, and they're ready to set their sights on the sixth. So, and that's fine and all. I really, really just wish we would have gotten some kind of a story for Woe. We got nothing. So I'm left to just assume, and I don't like to assume, but I guess now I can go tell juggalos around the world what Woe means, and nobody can argue with me because we have no story to say otherwise. So, but yeah, all in all, I'm not disappointed with Woe, aside from the fact that we didn't get a story. I'm gonna switch that off so you guys don't have to see it keep trying to load and shit and being a bitch. I'm sure you guys noticed there in the background, I do actually have an extra copy, a sealed copy. I went to the gathering with some of the giveaway budget money. I picked up a copy of Woe. I picked up a copy of Professor Shags, and I picked up a copy of Obliteration. That'll all be giveaway items. So if you would like to enter for a copy of Woe in this video right here, you need to comment down below ticket please. That'll give you a chance to win Woe. Just Woe. Nothing else. So there is a giveaway that will start as soon as this video goes live. But all in all, Woe, the final seed is out. We're ready to close out the Yum Yum era. Musically, it was okay. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't the worst thing ever. I'm not mad at it. I'm just mad at the fact that there wasn't a story for Woe. That's honestly what's the most disappointing about Woe, and it's such a weird detail to be upset about, where most people are like, yo, this music sucks. And I'm listening to the music. I'm like, I really don't mind it. The intro could have done better. And, you know, maybe leave Out the Sky off of there, release that as a single, give us an actual song for Woe, telling us what he is, you know, or, you know, maybe No Friends could have been on here. And, you know, I know I critiqued the shit out of No Friends in my Bloody Sunday review, but a part of me feels like maybe they were recording stuff for Woe, and Jay was inspired then to just go and do Bloody Sunday, because I feel like the name Woe, the Weeping Weirdo, and some of the elements of Bloody Sunday kind of go hand in hand. Maybe that's what happened and what caused Bloody Sunday to come out. That's purely speculation on my part. But I do feel like there's maybe a song or two from Bloody Sunday that could have been on here instead, or something. But I just feel like Out the Sky, completely out of place. I feel like the intro was just complete banter. They told Shaggy, just go in there and just say some random ass shit. We'll put some carnival music behind it, and there's our intro. Let's just get done with this. Let's just get the seat out so that everybody can shut up and we can move on to the next to the sixth. That's wholeheartedly how I feel about this. But the rest of the tracks really are not that bad. I enjoy them. There's a couple of them there that will probably become skippers. But hey, tell me down below what you guys thought about Woe. Did you like it? Did you hate it? What is it you liked or didn't like about it? And do you think we will get a revealing of the sixth at Hallowicked? Megs and I will be there, so if you're going, we will see you there. If not, we won't see you there. We'll see you on the computer screen at some point whenever we do something. But yeah, and again, if you would like to enter for a chance to get your own copy of Woe, if you like the album but you don't have the funds right now to get your own copy, comment down below ticket please, and we will do a drawing for somebody to win that copy. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.